everyone, and welcome to this edition of Where Are They Now? Quarantine Edition. I'm Carol Scott, Executive Director of Wild Horse Productions, and with me today is one of our former stars, formerly Maegan Mckean, and now Maegan Elkaraki.
Hi.
Maegan.
Hi.
So good to see you after so long, and so much has happened in between, so I'm really excited to catch up with you today. The first thing I ask everyone, though, is where are you quarantining, and is it the same place that you live?
Yes, I live in Dayton with my husband and my 2 daughters and my sister-in-law who lives with us.
That's awesome. And so you moved from Carson. When's the last time we saw you in a show?
In a show, in a show was Beauty and the Beast when we did it at the community center, Carson Community Center, and then I was stage managed for you guys, and I think my last show was Elf, I want to say.
Okay, that was quite a while ago.
Yes.
I'm happy to see you. So you did a lot of shows with us. So do you remember what your first show was and how old you were?
So the first show that I ever did, I was like 8, and all my sisters and I actually did a production with Backstage Kids. It was called Bluebird, the Star of the West. And then the first time I did a show with you guys, it was Beauty and the Beast when we were at the Children's Museum.
Okay, that was our first Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, and then
what were you in that Beauty and the Beast?
I don't know why I remember this, but my characters, I was in the ensemble and I was considered the sausage curl girl.
Is that because you carried the sausage?
That was like the name of the character, and I was supposed to sell sausages, and we ended up changing it, so I sold flowers instead.
Great. And what other shows did you do with us?
I'd done Alice in Wonderland, Frog and Toad, The Little Mermaid, Aladdin. I did Aladdin. I was in it once, and then I teched for it the second time around, and there's a couple. I did Honk. And then I stage managed for for a couple, and then I teched for a lot. And I did Mulan. I originally was a tech for Cinderella, and then I ended up playing the Queen.
And I wanted to say this because I was thinking about you and thinking about your interview today. But I do remember you teched a lot, and you were an amazing stage manager. But you also had the ability to memorize things very quickly. You have a photographic memory. So that's why we got you on stage.
The first time that happened was in Honk, and the girl who played Dottie, I don't remember her name, but she was sick, like she could not go on, and Pat called me the day of the show and was like, "Can you learn her lines?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I went on stage for her and subbed for her.
And then we remembered that because then we dragged you on stage for the Queen in Alice in Wonderland when someone was sick and out of commission also.
Yeah, it was actually for Cinderella that I became the Queen.
Cinderella.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I always know that we could count on you when we had you backstage. We had insurance. So do you have any crazy or funny story that you remember that happened to you on stage or backstage?
Yeah, so the craziest I want to say, this was when I was stage managing. It was for Babes in Toyland, and for one of the scenes towards the end, it was a fight scene, and this show we had live music, so we had a live pianist, and one of our tech hands plugged in the Christmas tree to turn on the lights, but he shorted the entire circuit, and we lost our music for the biggest scene that had the most music. And so it was crazy, and we're like, oh shoot, what do we do? But then the cast did a really good job of just totally filling in kind of the blank and filling in all the empty music, and went through the scene and finished the show without any music. And it was great. It was pretty crazy, but the cast did amazing.
Well, somebody else recounted that same story.
Oh, seriously?
So it must be seared in everybody's brains. And I was saying that I totally remember it. The pianist was in the front, of the stage, and Robin and Alan and I were up at the top, and we were like crying because it was so beautiful that the show must go on, and the kids just went with the music in their heads
Hmm.
instead of the music that they were used to. And I mean, it's the magic of live theater, and that was something that's seared in all of our brains.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing now? You are married. I think you're only one of two of our alumni that I've talked to that is married. So tell me what you're doing now.
Yeah, so I'm married. My husband's name is Elijah. We been married for 2.5 years now. We have two girls, Esther, who's turning 2 tomorrow, and little Leah, she's 3 months. I also work part-time from home as a bookkeeper. And so, yeah, we've just been I've been home being a mom.
That's great. That's great. How wonderful is that? You know, it makes me feel older when our young cast members have their own children. But we have some beautiful pictures of them. So I will put up some pictures of your girls. And I didn't even know you had the second one. So congratulations.
You know?
um, you went from doing theater, you were one of our stars, and you went from doing theater and you changed your career path and you got married and had kids and you're working. Can you tell us why or why you decided to pursue a different career?
Well, I had kind of thought about this. And for a while, I had wanted to do it. And then as I got older, it, and especially when I started like stage managing, it kind of came more of like having fun with the kids backstage. And I like being on stage, but it just became more of a hobby. And now I enjoy like going and seeing the shows. That's always fun. And I hope to take Esther when she gets a bit older and my girls to come see the shows. Um,
Well, good. We're going to have some new talent. uh,
so
Esther she's 2, so we have 3 more years before she's 5. And we'll see Esther on stage and you'll be a stage mom.
maybe, yeah.
Do you have a dream role that if you were back on stage, that I'm sure you have a lot of musicals that you listen to still. Do you have,
I actually don't have a dream role on stage. I always thinking about it, like as I got into stage managing, I really liked being a stage manager. So I think it'd be fun to be part of like the tech crew, like if it was a big production, to be part of the tech crew and just be part of the magic that happens off stage.
so I have been putting people on the spot a little bit, and I know you sing, and I'm wondering if you wanted to share some of your talent with us.
Sure. I could sing just a verse of the Amazing Grace.
Great.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see.
Oh, thank you, Megan.
You're
A song
welcome.
that we need right now as we're all in quarantine together.
Right.
Any advice you would give our upcoming young stars?
Appreciate your tech crew. They do a lot for you. And even if they yell at you, just respect them. They need your respect and they make you look good. And if you want to like be big and go to Broadway, tech people can fire you. So be nice to them.
I think that is from a tech person who enjoyed her time backstage with 80 to 100 kids. I think that is very, very good advice. Thank you very much, Megan. I hope a lot of them are watching this. So again, thank you, Megan. I will share all your photos. I was a great trip down memory lane looking at them today. Yeah. And I wish you the best. And I want to see you at a show when we're on stage again. Bring the girls. And
For
then
sure.
I hope we have another generation coming up that's going to join us on stage.
Yep.
And please say hi to everyone in the family. We miss them also. You know, when you get up and you're grown up, we lose some of our family too, but we hope to see them. I've seen Jack at a couple shows too. So give everybody the best from us at Wild Horse.
Will do. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you, Megan. Bye.
Where are they now? Quarantine edition.